Alright, gang, today we're going to give hitchhiking bugs a ride to their stump in Echidna Shuffle. To set up Echidna Shuffle, first thing we're going to do is decide which side of the board we're going to use. The snow side here is a little more complicated, has a little more movement in it. You could go back and forth on the inner circle. But the forest side here is what the game suggests you start off with. So that's what we're going to do. Next, we're going to place the die and the die board out next to the board. Then we're going to place the 12 Enchitas out on the board. Okay, you can do this however you want. I'd like to split the Enchitas up between the players and let them place one at a time until they're all placed out on the board. So I'll place these, we'll get back. Alright, now each player will select a color and choose the components of that color, which are 3 stumps, 3 bugs. The bugs look different depending on the color. The matching pickup token for that bug, and the die token here. Each player will then place their die token near the die board. Any unused player pieces will be returned to the box. They will not be used for the game. Now we will have to decide who the first player is going to be. You can do that however you want. Once you have decided, the last player will take their pickup token here and they will place it out on the board in any empty space. Okay, it cannot be the space with an Echidna. Alright, next, each player will give their 3 stumps to the player on their left so that no player has the same color stumps as their player color. Then players will place their stumps out on the board. We will place them out on the board like so. Well, at the same time, there's a couple rules to these though. The stumps could be placed in any spot on the board, including spots with a pickup token or an echidna. They could even be in spots with another stump as long as the stump is not your color. Okay, so we could have 2 stumps of different colors in the same spot, but we cannot have 2 stumps of the same color in one spot. And that is it. You are now ready to play Echidna Shuffle. So the object of Echidna Shuffle is to be the first player to get their bugs to a stump and then have 3 of these stumps with the bugs in their player area. First one to do that will win the game. Now to play in Echidna Shuffle, first thing a player is going to do on their turn is either roll the dice or they're going to look at the die board and see where their die marker is. So first, if there is no marker on the board of yours, you will roll the die and see where to place it. Alright, so we're going to say the green player is going to go first. They roll the 6. They are going to place their marker here on the 6th space on the top part of the board. And then the next round, when they take their turn, instead of rolling the die, they will slide the marker down to the die symbol below it, following this arrow, and then they will be able to do that many moves on that pip. Alright, so the green player rolled a 6. They placed their marker on the 6. They can now move 6 spaces. Okay, they can move 1 Echidna 6 times if the path will allow it, or they could move 1 Echidna 1 space and then move another Echidna and come back and move that first Echidna again. There's a couple rules to the Echidna movement. First thing is, no 2 Echidnas could be on the same space. Second thing is, we are going to follow these arrows, and they must follow the arrows in order to move. Okay, we would have to move this Echidna from here to here. We could not move this Echidna from here to here because we are going into a space with another Echidna. Alright, if this space were empty, we could move the Echidna either here or here. The Echidnas can land in a space with a stump or with a pickup token. This is part of the objective. You want to get to the pickup tokens. That's how we get the insects. Like I said, player will roll a die, see how many points of movement they have, and they will move their Echidna that many spaces, trying to pick up bugs by going to this space here. Once you do that, a Echidna on a pickup token of your color will receive a insect of your color, and you will simply place it on top of the Echidna. Now that insect is hitching a ride to the stump. That was 1 movement. Now I can't go any further. There's an Echidna blocking me, so I shall move this Echidna to move this Echidna and try and get to the stump. So that was 1, 2, 3 movements. Now, if I ever move an Echidna onto an opponent's pickup point, they will pick up a bug of their color and place it on said Echidna. So, if an Echidna is moved onto a player's pickup point and you have bugs available, you will be able to pick up a bug. Alright, now, in a 4-player game or less, you can have 3 bugs out on the board at any time. If you're playing with a 4 or 5-player game, then you can only have 2 bugs out on the board at any time. Now, if you move an Echidna into a space with a stump of the same color of the bug on top of an Echidna, that Echidna will automatically jump onto the stump, and the player will take the stump and the bug and place it in their player area. Remember, you 3Ds to win. Now, that also works with an opponent's bug on an Echidna. If you were to move an Echidna with another player's bug on it, that bug would automatically hop on to the stump, and that player would quit the stump and the bug, even though it isn't their turn. Okay, now once you have done all that, you moved your Echidnas and picked up your bugs, dropped them off if you could. You will then take your die marker here, following the arrow down to the next die symbol, meaning the next turn you only get 3 movement points if you are on the 6. The first round. Now, if your bug is down here at the bottom, you would take it off, and then the next round you would roll a die and then place it where they may land. Alright, and that's it. The first player to get 3 bugs on their stumps in their play area wins the game. And that is how you play in Echidna Shuffle. Alright, gang, it's time to play Echidna Shuffle. I'm probably butchering that name, sorry. Jen is going to be the yellow player. I will be the green player going first. I am playing with a variant here which will give the second player 1 additional movement indicated by this token here. If we were playing with a 3rd player, they would get 2 of these movement tokens. A 4th player would get 3. A 5th player would get 4 of these movement tokens. Alright, but it's only 2 players, so only 1 goes out. I'm going to return any of these to the box. They will be used. Sorry, it's not set up. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is roll the die to see how far we can move our Echidnas. I have a 7 here, so I'm going to place my die marker up here on the 7. And I will look at the board and try and get to my pickup spot so I can pick up one of these bugs. So here's 1, and there's my bug. Okay. Here's 2, 3, and 4. Here is another bug. And now I will go 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I have 2 bugs out on the board. If I were playing a 4 and 5 player game, this is all the amount of bugs I could have out on the board until I could reclaim 1 with the stump. Then I could put out my 3rd bug. But we're playing a 2-player game. Don't have to worry about that. That is the end of my turn. I'm going to drop this down, following the arrow to the next die symbol here, showing that I have 2 points of movement the next round. It's Jen's turn. She's going to roll the dice, see how much she has. She only gets 2. It's not good, but she'll have 7 the next one. Jen will go 1, 2, and get her first bug. That is the end of her actions. She will move the token down, showing she's used that. Goes over to me. I have 2 movements. So for my first movement, I'm going to get this guy up here. For my second movement, I'm going to get this guy over here. That's all my movement. Goes over to Jen. Jen has 7 movements, so she could use this. She could have last time too, bringing it up to 8 movements or whatever the last roll was. I can't remember. What was it? She's at 7, 2. She could have used 3 last time. She chose not to, so we're just going to use the 7. She's not going to use the movement this time either. So 1. Let's count this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Let's go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7. Alright. That's the end of Jen's turn. I'm up. I'm going to roll. Alright, got a 4. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. But he's in my way. Alright, so that's not going to help me out. Well, I'm going to get a bug first for 1. Remove him here. This is 3. This is 4. I'm done. Go to the 5 pip. Jen rolls. She gets 6. Alright, let's see what Jen's going to do. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Make sure I can't send her on a loop-de-loop. It's the end of her turn. Goes over to me. Alright, I got 85. I didn't have to roll. Wasn't paying attention. 5. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get the grasshopper to jump off for a free action. We got our first stomp. 2 to go. I win. Alright, and for our final movement, we're gonna go there for 5. Take this off the board. Goes over to Jen. Jen has 3 movements. So gonna go 1, 2, and 3. Getting her first bug. Alright, goes to me. I'm gonna roll the die. Got 7. Just gotta get these 2 bugs around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so she can't loop me around, I'll go there for 5, 6, 7. I actually should have looped her around. Doesn't matter. Alright. That's the end of my turn. It goes over to Jen. Jen's got a roll. Jen gets a 5. Alright, let's see here. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Our bug should have got popped on here when it hit her thing. Wasn't paying attention. My fault. 4. And for her final move, she'll go here for 5. Goes over to me. I have 2 movements. So let's see here. First thing I'm going to do is get off this here so she can't send me out. 1. And then move here for 2. Okay. Goes over to Jen. She has 4 movement. Let's see. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. It goes over to me. Let's roll the die. Alright, got a 6. Alright, so I'm going to go 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Get another one. 1 more to go. I win the game. And 6. Goes over to Jen. So move that down. She's got a roll. She's got 3. So here we go. 3. She's going to go 1. Getting her second bug. 2. And 3. It goes over to me. I have 3 movements. So let's see. He's going to go 1, 2. And naturally, I'm going to go 3. Goes over to Jen with 6 movements. Let's see. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. She can get there in the next round. If I don't, alright, it goes over to me. I'm going to roll a die. It's a 5. I got 5 movements. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I win the game. And that is it. That's Echidna Shuffle. Stay tuned for what me thinks. Alright, gang. So that was Echidna Shuffle. I think I played that right. I got confused on whose turn it was at one point. Just wasn't paying attention enough to really play the game optimally. But let's see what we're going to talk about on this game. First off, it's a kid's game, so be prepared for that when you buy the game. It's a simple game. But I like that. I'm trying to flip this over so you can see the other board. Now, this is the center ring on the other board, and as you can see, you can go back and forth on the center ring on the opposite side, the snowy side, as opposed to going in one direction. Okay, so it makes it a little more challenging. There's more spaces on the other side, I believe. Could be wrong on that. But that's cool that it's a little more challenging on one side than the other. We have the Echidnas. They're cute, they're nice and big, so kids can grab all of them. Again, this is a kid's game, so that's cool. But the rules aren't so complex that, a youngin' can't get it. I forget the age on this. I think it was 6. I don't remember, but they can get it that young. They can grab these around. They're pretty adorable. It's a cute theme. Got little grasshoppers or butterflies, I think. It depends on the color what you are. Some are just regular honeybees or but what else we got here? Flies, stuff like that. There's all sorts of stuff. Butterflies. Oh, here we go. I'm throwing it. Yeah, there was a ladybug, a butterfly, and a spider. An ant. Not enough legs to be a spider. And a beetle. That's what the purple one is. So we got beetle, butterfly, honeybee, ant, grasshopper. Okay. And ladybug. If I didn't say that, don't remember. So the components are cute. They're cute. Not a word I use often. There are variants. You didn't see the catch-up mechanism. There's a home stretch variant that'll help catching up if, somebody's in the lead, stuff like that. So you can grow with the game a little bit. So that is that. The components are nice and cute. Like I said, it's a quick game. Me and Jen only play this together. I planned to keep this for my niece because she's about 4. Yeah, she's 4, so she'll be getting into this soon. Now, this was a door prize from the BGG con of the BGG spring of last year, 2023. I forgot what year it was. Or else I probably would not have picked this up. Jen, maybe. I doubt it. It's a little too kiddie for her, I think. But she does enjoy it. So we're going to be keeping it. Like I said, I plan to play with my niece. It is a fun, quick little game. There's not a ton of strategy and all that. Like I said, it's for kids. But there is enough strategy to keep adults entertained there. So if it is something you would like to pick up, you could do so at your local game store or online. I'm sure there's more information at the publisher or on the definitive board game resource, the Board Game Geek. That's it. Get gaming, have fun. See you next time. Gimpy out.